Hello guys, my name is Sam and welcome back to SWTOR Central, and in today's video we are going to be doing a tour of my all new Manaan Stronghold. Some of you already saw this in the stream that I did on Tuesday night, but I have been doing a little bit of decorating. It's still a work in progress, so don't be too critical. We're also going to be talking about the Stronghold itself, you know, being a little bit honest, especially for the devs and also with you guys, the community. So without further ado, please sit back, relax, because it's about to get awesome. You know, that cutscene is actually pretty awesome. I absolutely love how it shows all of the decorations that you've placed down in an actual like cinematic view. I think it just looks really cool. I'm definitely digging that. Okay guys, so welcome to my Manaan Stronghold. This is the official 4K. Yes, I said it, 4K. We just gotta keep bragging about that, okay? This is the official 4K tour of my Manaan Stronghold, which has a nightclub at the bottom, also known as a strip club apparently, which is what happened in the stream, which was absolutely hilarious. Also, a huge shout out to everybody who joined. It was a super fun stream. Thank you for joining. So just one thing before we begin this tour, okay? Now, I know some of you are going to listen to this and be like, hey, don't you think that's a bit of a weird thing to do, or I guess a little bit of a dick move? But I am always looking for ways to reward my patrons, for the people who actually pledge money to my channel to like support the channel. And one of the things I did recently is I opened up a 4K screenshot library that my patrons can access and use for their own will. Something else that I'm going to be doing now, and I'm just going to mention it in this video because I want my patrons to know, and at the same time it's a good way to let everybody else know that I'm still offering rewards as often as I can. Whenever I get the opportunity, I will do that. So just as like a little reward for my stronghold, I'm going to be giving all of my patrons a silver key to my stronghold, and I'm going to be making it patron only. So unless we have like some sort of big event going on in my stronghold, it's going to be patron only. So if you want to come in and you want to check it out, then that's super awesome. Or if you just want to see what it looks like, then you can just keep watching this video, and everyone's a winner, I guess. Okay folks, so now that that's out the way with, we can do a tour of my stronghold. Oh yeah. And please remember that this is still a work in progress, okay? So if we actually take a look here, that's 28% completion. And I know that this isn't the biggest stronghold ever, but you know, still, yes, it's not entirely done. I probably could use some ideas, to be honest. So if any of you have any ideas after seeing this, then be sure to let me know. Leave some suggestions down below. I am more than willing to listen to your feedback, of course. Okay, so to begin with, we have this wonderful fountain. I'm going to call it Fountain of Youth, just because I can't remember what it was actually called. it was from the Manaan bundle, anyways, from the cartel market. Then we also have the Galt Renault commemorative statue, and we also have the HK commemorative statue. So I'm not really going to list off all the decorations just because I'll get 99% of them wrong. And so I'm just going to let you guys look and just like soak up the scenery here. We have my spaceship hook, which is being used at the top right over there. You guys can see that. And also I've placed some decorations up top there on the bridge. Now, if you see me not going to an area, then it's because that area isn't decorated. So like over there, or in the other direction over there, it's not decorated. So yes, and I will be adding screenshots of this stronghold to the patron only 4K screenshot library. God damn, that is a mouthful. And these fountains are really loud. I hope that that is not like overtaking my voice in this recording. That's going to be really annoying if it does. Okay, so as you can see, I have a ton a ton of Imperial Guardsmen right here, and I think it looks awesome. I know some people might think this is a bit excessive, but you know what? I like it, and screw you if you don't like it, because I more than like it. Okay, I love it. I think it's cool. Now, just one more thing, I guess. My outfit is the Dathomir Shaman, the headpiece is the Gifted Shadows mask. The white, as you can see, is a white and grey. And my weapon is the Unstable Peacemaker's Dual Saber, okay? So before anybody starts, making comments like that, what are you wearing? What's your weapon? That's what it is, okay? I mentioned it in the video. Now, please stop asking. God damn it, I get asked like every video. Okay, so let's continue into the Stronghold from the beautiful outside. Let me know what you think of the outside anyways. Does it look cool to you guys? Do you like it? Yeah, we'll soon see. Okay, so I haven't decorated any of this part here just yet. So we'll start running from here. We can start running now. I'll keep the interface off though, because I know it's ugly to look at. Okay, let's go to the main interface up. Let's go to the rooftop garden first. Okay, so just like some of the other areas, I haven't yet decorated this one. I have been and visited this area with my guardian, which has the wings of the architect, just because I know I wanted to use it, so I've already placed that down inside of here. But yes, other than that, I haven't decorated up here just yet. I haven't really gotten to it. But I'm sure I will. But like I said, guys, leave some suggestions for me, because I could definitely use it. The inspirations. I mean, I've only just found out that you can change the layouts and the hooks. In my last stream, like that completely amazed me. Like I never knew that was a thing. I'm still amazed by it. It's very useful too. When you're running out of ideas for something, it's like, what centerpiece can I put there? There isn't really one that I want to put there, so I'll just change the layout, and then it's just gonna, it's just gonna fit better, right? Anyway, so this is supposed to be a 4K tall, anyways, and so I'll do my best to just sort of pan the camera around for you. I think somebody mentioned to move it more slowly. Sorry, I guess I'm just a fast-paced mover. So yes, don't worry, we are going to get to my opinion on the Stronghold overall. I don't mean just the way I've decorated it, I just mean like the Stronghold overall, like what I think of the Manaan Stronghold. I know a lot of the community have been very loud about their thoughts, some very minor positives with a lot of negatives, I suppose, and I know that some other content creators aren't a fan, but I won't name any names, of course, not that would matter. And so next off, we're going to go to the Underwater Observatory. It's just going to go down here. Now this is my chill pad down here, okay? This is my nightclub / strip club down here. Okay, so not forgetting to turn my interface off. As you can see, we have the guardsmen there, like protecting the back doors, which is like a VIP lounge. And then we have the dancers, and then we have Vet just sort of stood at the back like, I'm on my own, nobody likes me, which is fine, that's cool. We've got Galt at the bar, just because I imagine that's where Galt would be, either at a casino table, which I don't have, or at the bar. So I have a bar, so I put Galt at the bar. Then we have some waitresses at the bar. I still have some astromech serving droids to put down, but I haven't gotten to that just yet. And I know this might look out of place, but I felt like it would work, okay? I feel like it works with the theme. It's supposed to be a badass place, so let's put some, some warning posters up, like, why the hell not? Okay, so this is supposed to be, like, the chill pad. I'm not sure if I'm keeping the GTN there or the mailbox. I know it's very oriented very strangely. We have that's the party chatter, I think. No, that one there's the party chatter ambient music, and that one there's the casino ambient music. So yes, like I said, guys, please keep in mind, don't be too critical, it's still a work in progress. Now let's move into the VIP lounge. Here we go. Oh, I wanted to come to this room last. God damn it, now I've ruined it. Never mind. Whoever heard of editing, anyways. So we have the Rakata mine traps down, and the willpower datacrons. We've got the light side one and the dark side one. We do, of course, have a luxury bed, and I went with the color orange just because that happened to be the one that I bought off the cartel market. And then we have a couple of tables here which I joined together, more of like a filler decoration, I guess. I don't know if that's something that's said often in the world of decorating, but yeah, it's like a filler stronghold. And then we have this cool little aquarium here with some of the Manaan fishing. This is from the Manaan Stronghold decoration bundle. Yes, it's a cool bundle, but whatever, it's cartel market stuff. Anyways, looking down here in the chill pad, you guys will see my friends, Mr. Moist and Austin, aka Xeno Warrior Princess, which they were named on the stream. Excellent names, gotta say. Intense battle about to go down with these fish boys. Okay, so let's just move on from those before we get too distracted by the tense environment. So moving on into here is like a, not necessarily a VIP room, but it's like a less noisy room. So like you have the main room here, which is where all the dancers are. You know, most of the people are going to be chilling around, you know, in here, talking, having drinks, you know, gambling, whatever they want to do. And then they're going to come in here if they want something a little bit quieter, a little bit more comfortable. You know, an open bar, as always, in my stronghold. You never have to pay for the booze here. You know, we've got Kaleo in here. We have that waitress, not waitress, that vendor. Is it like Felicia or Felicity or something? I don't know, I can't pronounce names. And then we have Eric jogging, staring at Koff as he drowns. Or at least he's supposed to be drowning. He managed to get out of it, and he placed a hollow of himself because he went to go and steal my gravestone again. And then we also have Garge outside, who was supposed to be making sure that Koff was drowning, but I don't think Garge really cares. I don't blame him though, to be honest. I don't think I'd care either. So yes, that's pretty much it. That's my stronghold. That's the tour. This is how it looks at the moment. It's still a work in progress, and I'm sure that I will get around to finishing it. Hopefully with a little bit of help from you guys, some suggestions, some ideas. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back upstairs. I'm going to go outside, and I'm just going to point out a few things that I've seen from the community, and I'm going to give my thoughts on this stronghold. This looks badass. I absolutely love this. I love it. Just love that feeling of walking out of that door and just seeing all of these awesome decorations. Just the way I've done it. I really like it. Okay. Oh, no. I don't want to be doing that. Run. Okay. So what I was actually thinking of doing was putting my mounts down at either end over here, like putting the vehicles down. But we'll see. We'll see what you guys think about that. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that we've seen the community say about this stronghold, and then I'm going to give my opinion. Now, please keep in mind when watching this video and listening to, you know, what the community has said and what my opinion is going to be, everybody is entitled to their own opinion, okay? So let's try and respect that. If we can get a discussion going, then that's going to be awesome. If we can get some actual proper feedback going for the devs in the comment section, then that will be even better. Now, I'm going to point out the two main things that I've seen about the this stronghold and the community's response to this stronghold. Now, if you yourself have bought this stronghold, then you will surely have noticed the bug that keeps happening, which is people's companions and other decorations phasing through into your stronghold. Now, as of recording this video, it is the 12th of July, and looking on the dev tracker, I can see that Musko said yesterday that this was fixed, and if it wasn't, then to get back to him with your server, your faction, blah blah blah. So if you're encountering this issue, then make sure you give that feedback, you let the devs know, otherwise they're not going to be able to fix it. Especially if you don't do it in mass amounts. If only 1 or 2 people are complaining about it, then it's probably not going to get noticed. Whereas if 100 people complain about it, it probably will get noticed. But anyways, the point is that the bug exists, and I'm still encountering this bug. So hopefully Eric's watching this video and he's going to relay that. So yes, thumbs up, Eric, if you're watching. Okay, so yes, that bug is of course very annoying. While not game breaking, it still does ruin immersion, and some people don't like it when they spend their in-game credits to see bugs. And I'm with you on that. I'm with you to an extent, but I don't think it's game breaking. So that's the first thing that we've seen from the community, and this is of course a negative. Not one that shades the community in a bad light, of course, because it's just them reporting on a bug. But moving on to this next one, the next one is going to be the response of this stronghold, and that so many people are not satisfied with it because of either A, the size is too small, and B, the hook layouts are just wrong or messy. These seem to be the most talked about things, or at least what I've seen from Reddit, on the forums, and from the comment section of my last stream, actually, even though there was only a couple of comments, but still. Okay, so that's the stronghold being too small, and the hooks not being good enough, basically, for the community. Now, obviously, I do agree when people say that this is a small stronghold. Not that I would complain about it, though. I'm okay with it being small. And the thing that I wanted to point out about this is expectations, really. Because when I think of a Manaan stronghold, I don't really think of a massive, like, palace or, some sort of castle. You know, that's just not what comes to mind. You know, Yavin 4 has that, you know, it has like the big ruins or whatever, and then we have Tatooine, which has the, you know, just the massive landscape, just because, you know, it's Tatooine. Why the hell not? With Manaan, it's a bit different, because the structures are built on top of a water planet. So when we first heard rumours about there being a Manaan Stronghold coming to Star Wars The Old Republic, I even immediately expected a small stronghold. So I'm not really sure why people expected a huge one, but you know, this is what we got, so you kind of got to live with it for now. But don't worry, we're going to move on to a few other things. Now, regarding the hooks and that kind of thing, I'm not fully understanding what it is that the community wants to say. I think for the most part, it's going to be about the small green hooks. I mean, if I just show you them really quickly, you know, you can see these green hooks, which are like inside of here, but they're almost everywhere, I suppose. I mean, like, they're there, you know, they're everywhere, right? And I think people were complaining that there's too many, you know, to fill in, and there isn't the option to change the layout of all of them, so you can't, you know, change the green ones to like this rectangular blue one, not like if it's like a default green one or something. I mean, like, you know, for example, if we go over here and we check out these green ones and we go to layouts, you know, you can't change the layout of it, so you have no option but to put something on this like small hook. And you know, thinking about it, I agree when they said that there's too many, because I guess, you know, you can look at this and you're like, well, why are they there? I guess you could put like some barrels there or something, but do people want messy barrels in their stronghold? I don't know. Now, putting those criticisms to a side for a second here, I think that a lot of people are just being a bit too picky. You know what? People have been wanting a Manaan Stronghold for like a good 2 years now, and we finally have one, and so many people are just looking for a way to tear it down. Now, I'm not saying that to everybody watching this video. You know, I understand if you've got criticisms, but so long as you're like structuring your feedback or your criticism in a manner that actually makes sense, other than saying, oh, the Manaan Stronghold was crap, it's not what I expected. You know, I don't think that that's a good criticism. You know, you need to put some reasoning there, right? We only got this stronghold because we as the community asked for this stronghold. So just try and be fair, okay, in your criticisms. Let's try and do that. At least. Now, okay, now let's move on to my opinion, right? Because my opinion's a little bit different from some other people's, okay? Now, I know a lot of people come into the stronghold like, yay, it's a Manaan Stronghold, and then they'll complain about a few of the things that I've mentioned already. But the one thing that I'm going to complain about, like the one thing that's really annoying me, or I guess two things, is one, when I zoom out and I look at my stronghold and I want to take a screenshot, I don't want this happening. Here we go. You can see that. I do not want this happening, you know. And then we've also got this huge like tunnel looking thing underneath here, and I'm thinking, what the hell is that for, and why do I not have access to that? And then if we just move the camera back out, I don't have access to my landing area where my ship is. I don't have access to the rooftop over here. You know, there's an invisible wall here. These look like they're supposed to be connected to something, but they're not. And then looking out of here, we can see where this phase ends, I guess. And I don't like that. Look, it's doing it again. It's clipping once again. And this, it ruins it for me. It does. And that's the thing that I'm going to talk about, because I believe that that's something fair to say. And you know what? If you look at the roof as well, you can just see right through it. Now, you guys know that I'm used to seeing this kind of stuff because of like Beyond the Walls. But you know, this is just taking it too far. Now, here is what I think has happened with this Manaan Stronghold. I think that it has been released too early. I don't think that this stronghold was something that the players needed, so I'm confused as to why this was pushed out when it has these few issues, especially when it's visual issues. Now, I think I can speak for everybody when we say that we probably could have waited another 1 or 2 weeks to get this stronghold and, you know, been happy with it overall. Now, some people are already speculating, thinking that, you know, we're going to get access to new areas of this stronghold over time, which would be cool, but I don't think it needs to be that way. I think we could have just waited until the entire thing was ready. Now, if that is something that they do, then you know what, fair enough. That's cool. If you want to continue down that path along with your Operation Boss releases, then you go ahead and do you. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to like it. See, this is the only thing that just really gets me, is that I don't have access to these areas of my stronghold which look really cool. Like, there's submersibles and stuff down here. I know you can't see them now, but I don't have access to those. Like, why can't I go down there and decorate around here too, right? You know, I can put some people down. I can make it look like there's some sort of invasion about to happen, or maybe I'm gonna send some troops off in the submersibles, right? And the next thing is, and this is something else that the community has said, and that's going to be the underwater areas that you can decorate. You know, I appreciate we've got hooks outside of the water, but the windows are too small, and the rooms that we have underwater are just not big enough. Like, I think there should have been like a bigger room downstairs. Like, it could have just been a big square room. Now, if we just like zoom out again and we make it bug out once more, you know, let's just refer back to what this is down here. You know, something that size underneath could have been really, really awesome. But obviously we don't have that. And what the hell is that? Anyways, I'm just noticing these down here. What the hell are those? What are they for? I don't know why they're there, but apparently they are. So yes, that's pretty much what I have to say about the Stronghold. Now let me know, guys. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you not agree? What is your opinion? You know, what do you think? Do you think that some of the community is being a little bit too critical, a little bit too picky? Or do you completely agree with them? And do you think that I'm just a complete idiot? Who the hell knows? Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been my 4K tour for you of my Manaan Stronghold. If you're interested in becoming a patron, make sure you check out the link down in the description below. Make sure you leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next one.